Okay, probability lesson number 2 for week number 2. We are going to continue with compound events or things that happen multiple times, and we're going to use our strategies from the first lesson. So we have 4 problems to do. Please make sure your paper is numbered 1 through 4 with space in between each one so you can do your work and have a pencil or pen ready to write. All right, here we go. Number 1. Question number 1 says, what is the probability that you will be able to flip a coin twice and get a heads both times? Okay, so I'm going to show you in a table first, and then we'll use our strategy that we developed in the first lesson to show you how to do it a little bit quicker. So the first time that I flip a coin, first time I flip a coin, right? Because we're flipping it 2 times and we're looking to get a heads both times. So the first time I flip a coin, the 2 options that I have are that I could get a heads or a tails. And the second time that I flip a coin, I could also get a heads or a tails, right? Because I'm flipping the coin twice. The outcomes for each flip are the same. And we're going to draw our little area model here. We're going to see that there are 4 possible outcomes. We're going to type those in, okay? So first I could get a heads and a heads. Right? I could flip the coin once, get a heads, flip it again, get a heads. I could also flip the coin and get a heads and then get a tails. I could flip the coin first, get a tails, and then get a heads. And then I also could get 2 tails in a row. Okay, so there are 4 possible outcomes: heads, 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 tails, tails, heads, or tails, tails. The probability, the question is asking us, what's the probability that we get a heads both times? So I can see here I only have 1 box out of the 4 that gives me a heads both times. So the probability is 1 out of 4. Now, what we learned in the last lesson was I can take the probability of each of these and multiply them to get my answer as well. So the probability of getting a heads on the first roll is 1 out of 2. And the probability of getting a heads on the second flip is 1 out of 2. You can see when I multiply those 2 probabilities, 1 times 1 is 1, 2 times 2 is 4. So the probability of flipping a coin twice and getting a heads both times is 1 out of 4. All right, let's move to question number 2. Let's be careful with this one. So we are doing 2 things. It says, what is the probability that you will flip a coin twice and get a heads both times? That is the exact same problem we just did, right? What is the probability of flipping the coin twice and getting a heads both times? So I already know that that probability is 1 out of 4. This question adds something on though. It says, and spin this spinner and get a green or blue. Okay, so let's look at the spinner. Green or blue. So there are 2 sections that will work here. And there are 4 total sections. So the probability of getting a green or blue is 2 out of 4. So the probability of both of these things happening is, well, we're going to have to take our probability of each one and multiply them. Probability of flipping the heads twice and the probability of spinning a green or blue is 2 out of 4. multiply them, you can see that, well, 1 times 2 is 2, and 4 times 4 is 16. So the probability of flipping the coin, getting a heads, flipping it again, getting a heads, and then spinning the spinner and getting a green or a blue is 2 out of 16. Okay, this one is a challenge because there are 3 things that are happening. What is the probability that you will be able to flip a coin once and get a heads? So we're looking for a heads, and spin the spinner and getting a red, and then rolling a 5 on the die. This problem is not any different than the other ones. We just have 3 things instead of 2. So I want you to pause the video, try this one on your own, and when you're done, push play so you can see how to do this problem and check your work. Okay, so what is the probability that you will be able to flip a coin and get a heads? So there is 1 head on a coin. Probability of flipping the heads is 1 out of 2. Right? There's 2 possibilities, tails and heads. All right, and underline that. And spin the spinner and it lands on a red. So we're looking at the spinner now and saying, okay, what's the probability of getting a red? Well, there's 1 red section, right? And there are 4 total possible outcomes. So the probability of getting a red is 1 out of 4. And this is the 3rd thing that's happening. We want to roll a 5 on the die. So when I look at the die, I know that there are 6 numbers on a die total. There are 6 possible outcomes. A 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and a 6. How many 5s are there? There are only 1 5. So I know the probability of all of these things individually. In order to find the probability of all of them happening in a row, I need to take each probability and multiply them. So 1/2 for the heads on the coin, 1/4 for the red on the spinner, and 1/6 for the 5 on the die. And I'm going to multiply all of those to get my probability of all of them happening. The numerators, the top is very easy. 1 times 1, oh, that's 1. And then 1 times 1 is 1. On the denominator, the bottoms, okay, so 2 times 4 is 8, and 8 times 6 is 48. Okay, so the probability of me flipping the coin, and getting a heads, and then spinning the spinner and getting a red, and rolling a die and getting a 5 is really not that good. The probability says I would have to do that 48 times in order for that to happen just once. Okay, let's try this next problem. I want you to try this one, and I want you to pay close attention. It's very, very similar to the last problem. I will point out there is one difference that is going to change things. When you roll the die, it is asking for a 3 or a 4. Okay, so push pause. I want you to try this one on your own. And when you're done, push play so you can check your work. Okay, so let's talk about flipping the coin once and getting a heads. Well, we've done that one multiple times. The probability of getting a heads is, well, there's 2 possible outcomes. Only one of them is heads. Probability is 1 out of 2. And spin, and we're looking for a second thing to happen here. Spin the spinner and get a yellow. Okay, so the probability of getting a yellow is, well, there's 4 possible outcomes. Only one of them is yellow, so the probability is 1 out of 4. Okay? And roll either a 3 or a 4. So this is where things change up a little bit. So I know on a die there are 6 possible outcomes. A 1, a 2, a 3, a 4, a 5, or a 6. How many 3s are there? There are 1 3. How many 4s? There are 1 4. So a 3 or a 4 means there are 2 things that work. So the probability of rolling a 3 or a 4 is 2 out of 6. So we know the individual probabilities of all 3 of these things happening. I want to know what's the probability of all of them happening. So just like the previous problems, I'm going to take the probability of each. So the probability of flipping a heads, 1 out of 2, and the probability of spinning a yellow, which was 1 out of 4, and the probability of rolling a 3 or a 4 we decided was a 2 out of 6. Okay, and we're going to multiply all 3 of those. All right, so let's multiply the numerators, the top numbers. 1 times 1 is 1. 1 times 2 is 2. And let's do the denominators, the bottom numbers. 2 times 4 is 8. And 8 times 6 is 48. So the probability of flipping a coin and getting a heads, spinning the spinner and getting a yellow, and then rolling a die and getting a 3 or a 4 is 2 out of 48. All right. When you are done with this video, go to your second independent practice and then work on your exit ticket as well. Remember, if you get stuck, please, please, please send me a message on Schoology or show up to our 7th grade math tutoring hours, which is on Wednesdays at 9 a.m. or Mondays at 1 p.m. All right, y'all. Please reach out if you need any help.